Now we're going to do basically the same thing we just did in activity 1, but we're going to do it with 3 forces. So here's what I do. I've got this string, and it's got a loop on this end, a loop in the middle, and a loop over here. And we're going to take this loop in the middle and, oh, can somebody bring me 3, I need 3 spring scales. Can you bring me 3 spring scales? Perfect. Thank you. You're going to need 3 spring scales, and you might have to share them among the groups. So anyway, but now we're going to have we're going to call this one F1, and I can barely fit this on the camera. So one of them from the middle, that's going to be your F1, and then you're going to have F2 and F3 pulling the other way. Put this in here. So I don't know if you can, so you're going to have it laid out like this. So this one's going to pull this way, and these two are going to pull in the opposite direction. I've got 2 strings. They're fairly long. You have to keep them parallel. So that's how you're going to set up your spring scales. And I'll try and draw a picture of it here. Here's kind of the knot in the middle, and here's, or your loop in the middle. So here's your loop in the middle. And you're going to hook up the spring scale like this. Well, hold on. You're going to have a string like this, and then you'll have the spring scale hooked up to a loop. I don't think that's focused here. Focus that again. So you'll hook up the spring scale like this, and this will be your F1. And then you have the string that comes into 2s like this, and one will be a little bit longer than the other, and you'll hook this up to a spring scale, and this one up to a spring scale, and you're going to keep these both to the left. And this is going to be F2, and this is going to be F3. Now, what I'm going to do for this one, we're only going to do 1 set because this is going to be a little take a little bit of time. I'm going to say F1 is going to be equal to 10 newtons at 0 degrees. F2 is going to be 3 newtons at 180 degrees. So someone's going to have to hold it so it's at the 3. And then someone's going to have to measure F3. But F3 is still going to be at 180 degrees. So I want you to set this up, measure this, then put them in rectangular coordinates over here, add them together, and let's see what you get. Does that make sense to everybody? What I want you to do. Now, you can make a prediction of what you think this should be, and that's awesome. But I want you to measure it and see what it actually turns out. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to pause the video like this, do the work, show this both in your notebook and in the whiteboard. Okay, go.